Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm a little late, but hey, what the hell? It's better late than never.
It's Monday. What else do you have to do with your fucking time? I mean, God damn it, people. Good things are come to those who wait.
Yeah.
You know?
Welcome to Moohead Radio. Today we do the beginning of the week analysis of what's going on post Cleveland Browns miserable weekend performance. And if you want to be in the studio and you're willing to, you don't even have to show your face. You just can come on live. Go at the upper left-hand corner and you can go ahead, use the QR code
For your
mobile. You know how to do it, folks. And if you don't know how to do it, you're too old to be doing it. And
why are you alive if you don't know how to do it? If you don't know how to come on the program, you shouldn't.
You can ask me personally how to do it, but I'm not going to waste any more fucking time with it because the bottom line is people who are responsible would like to have a communication, and people who would rather just sling hate at one another would prefer anonymity. But
yes.
I would know who you are, and I would
find you,
and I will kill you. That is a promise I made to my son and his children.
Thank you.
Oh, here we go. Go. And it's Steven. Hi, Steven.
Time to join the party. Let's talk baseball.
We're not talking baseball, but if you want to, you can just set up your own fucking show. How does that sound?
With sarcasm.
I think "Go fuck yourself" is probably the best.
That's exactly right.
Hey, I was watching the Reds and the Cardinals. It was the 54th game of the season they're playing against each other. Come on, man.
Yeah,
it's a doubleheader today.
That's what I want.
So here's the deal, folks. I said something on Twitter that wasn't accurate. And so because, the whole
oh my god,
the whole Deshaun Watson situation, as far as his standing is, the Browns are stuck paying him the $80 million. Whether they trade him, whether they play him, whether they sit him, they have to pay the $80 million. Okay. Yeah. So there, and somebody corrected me, and I am all for being corrected. But it still doesn't change the basic premise of what I'm going to say. When they spoke, and I have this up on the screen right now, and you can see it for yourselves, that Deshaun Watson really believes in KC Concepcion as a receiver, that he could be a dangerous weapon. But his quote threw me for a complete loop. Here's the quote. "He's a very talented player," Watson said of Concepcion. "He is going to make a lot of plays for this team, and he's going to continue to just get better as the more time he plays and gets those reps and gets out there. And once, coaching schemes play to get him the ball, he can be very dangerous." And it says, oh, that's very nice of him to say that, right?
Yeah.
But when I analyze the comment, it's like, wait a minute here. He's a very talented player. He is going to make a lot of plays for this team.
Okay.
All right. Wouldn't a normal person say he's a very talented player? He's going to make a lot of plays for us this year.
Yeah.
This team.
Yeah.
This team ain't my team. All right.
More.
Love it, hate it. It don't matter. This ain't my team. That's right.
Stephen Rose doesn't know who sang that song.
Michael Stanley
Band, yeah. Town.
If you're not from Northern Ohio, man, you don't know that.
I'm just tapping my feet to the beat while you guys are singing. It's all sing along.
Yeah,
you're high, Stephen. I don't know what you were snorting before the show, but you're certainly more awake than you were in the other show when you were doing your downers.
Yeah,
and you were
absolutely.
Somebody actually commented on that and said, "I don't want to watch some guy sleeping." And it's like, it's like, alrighty then. But here's my point about Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
He is being given a chance to show his wares in case the team could trade him, because the Browns have control over him until June the 9th. The bottom line is they have to pay him. So that's really where that's at. And if he can do decently, then he'll have some value.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen this year. But the bottom line is this team is not my team.
Yeah, he's checked out.
He has checked out. And I just want to say that I don't want to see him on the field. I don't want to see his fucking face. Look, there's been too much water under the bridge between him, Haslam, Haslam's wife, Haslam's wife's girlfriend, or whomever. God only knows there's too much water under the bridge. It cannot be salvaged. And people who just hate Shador are going to say, well, that's going to leave us with what? Dylan Gabriel? And it's like, it doesn't matter. But Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders at least want to play for the Cleveland Browns.
Correct.
This guy,
No.
it's like, no.
No, he doesn't want to play.
And,
Well,
and
he's checked
this-
out of football in general.
Yeah, I think he's checked out a lot.
He fleeced the Browns for $80 million. He's got his bag. He's good, you know.
Yeah. Now, earn
Yeah.
money now. It's like all three quarterbacks are terrible. That's absolutely
Yeah,
true.
well, we know that, but
It doesn't matter who starts or plays most of the season. We have no depth at any position. And, you know, and what it comes down to is then why would you even consider starting this prick? Why would you do it? It makes no sense to me. If there was some way that I could bolt him to the bench and force him to watch but not play, I would do it. If there was a way that I could bolt him in his bed at home so he and Jill can get it on,
Yeah.
I mean, if I could do that and he'd never come to the stadium, the Browns would be better off because his presence is a distraction. It is a constant reminder of a failure on the part of the owner of the team, and it never goes away. And whenever he resurfaces, it doesn't matter if he's playing, if he's limping on the sidelines. He's the guy who raped the women. Whether you believe he did or he didn't, that's who he is. And that's the narrative. And it will always be the repeated narrative. Clip this. The bottom line is we have two other quarterbacks.
Yep.
And they would at least incorporate Concepcion as one of us. How in the hell can you let a guy play, for Christ's sake, who won't even return or refer to the team as us?
My team, our team, us.
Yeah.
This
this team.
Yeah.
And,
I
just
agree
because
with you.
he's laconic in his, you can't tell whether he's emoting, he's not emoting, you don't know that. And you can't read his face. You can't, but the words say everything. So anybody who's out there who says, well, I'd rather have Deshaun Watson out there than to have Shador, you're a fucking asshole. And I will stand by this. I will come to your house and in front of your mommy call you a butt fucker. And you know why? Because you know nothing about what you're talking about. You've got to have the players. These guys are out on the field. They're one bad play away from breaking their necks, for Christ's sake.
Correct.
And they don't need to have a negative vibe about a guy who could care less about them and has made a career while he's in Cleveland of collecting money while he has done nothing. There's no point to it. So, that's that. Okay. But there's so much more.
There's more. It's like the Ginsu knife.
There's always more, Moo.
Well, that's just the thing. There's always more. Here's more from our incredible
beat reporters from Cleveland. How did I know that you were going there?
Yeah, it's just
Hey, Moo, I know they're trying to keep Watson on the starting roster to trade him, as a starting quarterback. I get it, but is it even really worth it at this point? I mean, you're just going to get a bag of beans for him anyway. You're lucky to get a 5th-round draft pick for him.
You're not going to get anything for him.
Might as well just start Shador week 1.
Yeah, no, and nobody's gonna, somebody will give him a shot. I guarantee you.
They will.
But it's not going to happen here in Cleveland.
He'll be a backup quarterback somewhere else.
This is from ESPN Cleveland. I was telling Bronk before the program, a friend of mine in my neighborhood stopped their car right when I was walking my dog and said, "I got to tell you something." He goes, "I was doing some work and in a building, and while I'm doing the work of the building, I listen to 1100 a.m. And they were talking about the Browns, and they were saying that Moohead was just hit the nail on the head about something, and it's like, and it's like that's very nice. It's very nice that somebody on the ESPN in Cleveland did this. Thank you, I appreciate it. Not everybody is an asshole who works there. Aaron Goldhammer is a schmuck, but you go and then they come back with this. Do you want me to program that radio station? Do you need help? Listen to this.
Like they do.
This is Tony Grossi, okay? And I don't really, quote, "There's enough data now for Todd Monken to name Deshaun Watson the Browns starting quarterback and get on to preparing for the season opener."
Wow.
What data is there? What in the fuck is he talking about? They played one preseason game in which their starting offensive line in its entirety played 3 plays. You can't be that fucking senile. You can't be that stupid. And, and this guy's been broadcasting forever in about 14 different places. And, I don't know what the reason, well, I can guess what the reason is. I just don't understand why he's been around for so long. I mean, people tolerate this just to yell hate at him and vitriol, but there is no, and saying there's enough data right now for Todd Monken to name him the starting quarterback. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like Kenny Atkinson analytically winning games.
Yeah, we beat the Knicks analytically.
Unbelievable. Then we have people who really look at it a different way. It's no.
I had to reply to that.
take the makeup off. You would feel very, very differently, my friend. That would be like saying, that Moohead guy. It's like, I wonder what he looks like with his clothes off, and you would be damaged for the rest of your life if you saw such a thing. That would be illegal. No. And you want to know something? It wasn't good 30 years ago. It certainly hasn't gotten better. All right. That's more like it. Now that's more like the guy I know. Exactly. It would just be more passive involvement.
Yeah. And you have the chance to fall asleep too while it's going on. So,
what the similarity would be between Mary Kay Cabot
and Tony the Calf.
No, and when she's writing articles versus when she would be having oral sex with Earn Money Now.
Oh, right.
Either way,
it's the same.
She wouldn't be able to keep her mouth shut.
Oh,
you see that's what you call a big dick joke, hidden. And so
roasting.
You win, Earn Money Now.
Wow.
All right. So there's no data on this. It's just foolishness.
No.
It's just foolishness. All right. So we can knock that one off as well. But there's more. There's always more where Mr. Moohead comes from. BrownsNation.com. I'm going to give these people a little mention, just because I'm accused all the time of being a Democrat and stuff like that.
Really?
And so I don't understand why, because I am not into either party, but
me neither.
So and I don't think it should ever really be discussed on a sports program anyway. But be that as it may, we have Browns Nation And God almighty, here we go.
Browns Nation.
Gary Davenport of Bleacher Report named Shedeur Sanders among the losers of preseason week 1, pointing to his struggles against the Bears. Sanders came in after halftime and did not play well. Yes, the supporting cast around him matters, but playing against reserve defenders, he just completed 6 of 11 throws for 79 yards, and then he threw a pick. Earlier this week, Browns head coach Todd Monken told reporters that the battle to start at Jacksonville in week 1 was still far from settled. It may be closer to settled now.
These people are just grappling with nothing.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. You know what I wish? Browns Nation, whoever wrote this article or whoever the hell, brownsnation.com was putting up, it's obviously an article from Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
Why don't you go out on the football field and you try to do what Shedeur and what Dylan and what all these guys are doing without
Facts.
even knowing the offense?
Yeah, risking your life.
Facts.
I mean, it's how did you expect the team to look, folks?
Exactly.
It's like they just got done implementing the playbook.
Yeah.
And the first couple of possessions, they looked like they were doing something, but then things really bogged down. And they weren't jumping off sides constantly and all that kind of thing, but
well, they weren't.
You could see what the weaknesses were on the team. And to point them out, that the offensive line did not run block very well at all. And that there was no real pass rush. And when Case Keenum came in, they were basically treating him like their twin sister, and they wouldn't even get near him. So he looked great. I mean, Case Keenum looked like, and we know Case Keenum, he played in Cleveland, and he's not great.
I mean, he's the 21st century Billy Kilmer, for God's sakes. I mean, leave him alone. But the thing about the running game that was absolutely vital is that there was that play towards the end of the first half where Browns were driving, and then they got bogged down. It was like 3rd and 2. They handed the ball off to Marshall or whoever it was they handed the ball, and he got absolutely swamped.
Yep.
And it was a passing situation on 4th down, and that was the play that Watson got the ball knocked out of his hand, and they recovered the ball. So it was 4th down anyway. So it's considered a turnover, and the Bears might have gained about 10 yards had it been incomplete. But that's the problem with the team. They cannot convert first downs in any sort of regular fashion if they do not have blocking and if they do not have a running game that can find holes.
I don't understand what the deal is. I thought Rocket Sanders would be the guy who was Judkins is the guy who pounds inside.
Okay, I have an opinion about who they played. They seem to be really playing the UDAs, UDFA guys a lot, particularly on defense. I actually went through and downloaded the playbook from NFL.com, which I don't normally do for the preseason. I usually do for the first couple of games of the year. But yeah, I mean, that Booth guy had the most rushing attempts. Well, he had 4 rushing attempts. Marshall had 6. Sampson had 4. Judkins had 4. So they spread it out. And then the quarterbacks they were running for their lives for like about 10 times. So, but they were playing a lot of UDA guys, particularly on defense. That the guy I pointed out to you in a private message, Nate Evans, number 43. He's a guy from Delaware, undrafted free agent, and he got absolutely smoked on virtually every major play
Yep.
on offense that the Bears run.
Yeah.
So he got stiff-armed on that long run by this tiny little stiff arm. He tried tackling people by undercutting them, and they just fucking ignored him or pushed him away. And then there was that one catch that made the Bears receiver look like God. And I think it was like Ray McCloud or some idiot like that, who came back for the ball, and it literally broke Nate Evans's ankles as he came back for the ball, caught the ball, and then carried on. I mean, this poor lad, he played 44 downs in that game, man. He was like on the field the most of anybody on the deep. Him and Edmonds, the safety.
Well, they had so many injuries going in that people like Schlesinger who couldn't play. There are a bunch of guys, a laundry list of players who they're not going to waste in an unimportant game. So they were just doing a look-see, and the look-see is more or less, who are we going to keep on the practice squad and who are we just going to let go completely? That's what that is.
So, yeah, Evans, Edmonds, Jefferson, McNeil Warren was our second round pick. He had a lot of snaps, and Macarenas Arnold, he had a lot. Winston Reed got a lot of snaps, and that Okara that had that good sack that looked illegal but wasn't. Yeah. So and Michael Coates, he got hurt apparently on the cornerback that did look halfway decent.
Right. Got the pick in the beginning, toward the beginning of the game. Yeah, he was hurt. So again, what conclusions you can draw from this?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, look, they're going to come into their first game of the season, and they're just going to get beaten by professional teams, people who are adept at the positions they're playing across the board. And, they're not going to have obvious weaknesses. They're going to have familiarity and continuity from previous seasons. We don't have any of that advantage. And while all of this is going on, this maelstrom, SAT word, of difficulties for the Cleveland Browns, there is this. And this is really what it's all about. And this is really disgusting in my mind.
Money.
All right, here we go.
Rich man's world.
All right, clip this.
Oh, fuck off with the fucking aircraft hangar.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a horrible looking building. For God's sake.
There's one thing I can say that is probably okay about it. I mean, I can picture it. It
looks like a cyber truck.
But I like this entrance here, and then if you go back here, you see the tellers are right here and right over here, and so they it's very roomy for your banking experience, and it really handles any overflow crowd of people who are desperately trying to withdraw money because of the state of the economy. And overall, I mean, this is, and it's really, I mean, if you look at the design of it, it really looks a lot like Jimmy Haslam, except somebody had to convince him the thing was black, because he wouldn't have gone for that himself. There's just no way he would have gone for that.
Is this another rebate scandal again?
It's going to fall apart in a strong wind. But okay, I want to make a point about this statement because all this social media blurb about Highmark Stadium in Buffalo, that costed apparently $2.2 billion. It doesn't have a fucking roof, right? And it's got all these issues with apparently obscured seats and all that. I don't even want to get into that. This dome or aircraft hangar, as I call it, it has a roof, only costs $0.4 billion more. So how more awful is it going to be compared to Buffalo Stadium that didn't have a roof? I mean, my God, the thing. I mean, if Cleveland Browns Stadium in 1999 was built on it cheap, and they actually say that 2.6 is building on it cheap, but it is, because SoFi Stadium cost nearly $6 billion to build, and that looks like the most just amazing stadium that has ever been built by mankind.
You know what I'm going to have AI do? I'm going to have this picture, except have it built in Legos. I mean,
it looks depressing walking in there. It looks like you're walking in a funeral.
It looks like it looks like a Soylent Green factory. You're going to go in there and you're going to be euthanized and then turned into fucking green little crackers.
Hey, is this stadium going to come with a Dog Pound logo finally?
Oh, now this cunt. Oh, fucking
yeah. Look, I'm not done. Okay. Now, I clip this.
Oh yeah, he'll get me.
This is Jimmy's dumb son, right?
Son-in-law. He's not even his blood, man.
Yeah, the managing partner, J.W. Johnson. Yeah, and we have a little audio clip for you.
Oh no, he's a fucking idiot. This guy.
No, listen to what he's saying, for God's sakes, and here it comes. Oh, for God's sake.
I'll put my earplugs in.
For us in this organization and for our fans. And that's what we care about. That's what we come here every day to do. The guys that are working in the weight room, in the classroom, the coaches, the players, the staff, like that, they come here to work, and their goal is to win every day, Ed.
All right. So that's 14 seconds of the soundbite, right? Guys coming in to practice and lift weights and do things like that, and they're here to win. Now, here's the rest of the message that JW has to give.
So, that's important to us. We know we have to put a good product on the field, but we know this building is going to be second to none.
Well, we know we have to. We know the last 13 years we've had to put a good product on the field, and we haven't done that. But I know about this building. And listen to him.
League, I mean, it's going to be incredible, and I think you'll see once you get a chance to come into the Experience Center to see how different it is.
I don't want to come in there. Even if Mary Kay is going to go down on me, I don't want to come in that building. Listen to this. It sounds like a con pitch. Listen to this.
Put a good product on the field, but we know this building is going to be second to none in the league. I mean, it's going to be incredible, and I think you'll see once you get a chance to come into the Experience Center to see how different it is. The stadium we now play in is adequate, and what we're going to play in now is going to be a premium experience, from concourses to video boards to closest seats to food and beverage, you name it, along with all the other events. But winning's key.
All the other events, because football, we don't know what the fuck we're doing with. Woo! Let me tell you, my son-in-law there, he really talks some real nonsense bullshit. Woo!
Football for dummies, man. He needs to fire his PR guy whoever put that script together for him.
I mean,
he's just talking off the cuff, I think. I hope.
It makes my head hurt.
Oh, dude. My God, I'd rather have Jimmy running the team.
It's like, why are you putting this football team together? Oh, the guys come out to work out and they're just trying to win. It's like.
Hi, Tony.
Man.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Fill the room, Tony.
I did your AI project with the Legos here.
you did?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see how I can figure out to share this.
Oh. Well, you can just send me. Can you? If you send it to me,
send it to Moohead.
How would you do? If you just sent me a message on
just private message,
just like on Twitter,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll hold on. Let me
front it to me that way, and I can put it up there. I mean, that's what this is about. This, and I think the comparison that Bronk made to Elon Musk's Cybertruck is probably very apt. It's like, it looks so chic and futuristic. It's a piece of shit.
Fucking
check your Twitter, Mark. I just sent it to you. You're gonna die.
Yeah, you got notification popped up.
Twitter.
I can see the notification.
Wait. It's a photo.
Oh, has Tony Calf done something legendary here? Has he increased his legend?
Share the screen, Mark.
I know, I do. Well, just wait a minute here. I gotta. If I stop sharing this, I'm not sharing.
Be careful with your privacy here. You know, you want to make sure you don't share
Let's-
something you don't want to share.
All right, share this tab instead. Tell me if this is.
Oh God, I'm dying.
That laugh
There it is.
contagious.
Now you got to clip this because look at this. This is the new Huntington Bank Field, and that's the demonstration of. And it was built with Legos. Oh, for God's sakes! God help us! God help
We're all
us!
gonna
I was going to go
die.
with Lincoln Logs too to see.
Lincoln Logs. I'm just gonna say Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, that would be good too. You know, if I did, David, I'd hammer in the morning and I'd hammer in the evening all over this world. All right.
Yeah. I mean, SoFi Stadium, again, to make my point again, costs double what this piece of aircraft hangar shit looks like. You know? We're not going to get, my point is, we're not going to get big events because everybody has a dome. Tennessee's going to have a dome. Chicago's going to have a dome. Every fucking bastardized franchise is going to have a dome. So you know what that does? It puts all the shitty teams like Cleveland and Pittsburgh and all the other crap, they're going to not get a Super Bowl because they're still going to go to Los Angeles. They're still going to go, you know, to other fucking places, not us.
But you know, JW here is just talking about something. It's like, oh, this is going to be a great experience because of all these big screens and all these lights and little buzzers that go bing,
Yeah,
and all kinds of really fancy shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is going to be like what people predicted the future would be 100 years ago. It's going to be like, you know, little things going like that inside the stadium. It's going to be great stuff. And you know something? You're not going to hardly have to pay anything for these experiences.
correct.
Well,
I did one in Lincoln Logs too. If you
oh no, yes, it's Lincoln Logs.
Yeah,
I
check your
love
DMs.
Lincoln Logs.
Check your
All right, did you send it out to me?
check your Twitter.
Ooh.
Lincoln Logs was probably my favorite toy way back in the 1960s.
It's great having.
I love Lincoln Logs.
Wait, I don't have a personal message here. Oh, wait, there it is. Oh, I love it. I want some more of it. Okay, wait a minute here.
Oh, has it got the green slats for the roof?
Hey, so when are the Browns getting that new stadium? Like, when are the Cleveland Browns going to play their first season?
Supposedly 2029, but that smells like bullshit to me. I would think maybe another 2 years after that. I can't imagine it
Let's see
being
if I can.
built in 3 years. If it is built and ready in 2029, it will be absolute shit. They will cut so many corners that it'll be like,
Is that stadium going to fall apart?
yes. I love the green slatting. That is fucking brilliant. I love that.
Oh my
I
God!
think you should build that.
Daniel Boone was a big man. Oh God!
Is that Jurassic Park right there?
They should build it like that with Lincoln Logs. I actually love that. That is awesome. They
And,
have green slats for the roof.
and you have little. You could put a little couple chairs here, and like
Yeah,
you know.
and you know what it's missing? It's missing those red chimneys. You know the chimneys that have the
Yeah,
little
right up there.
diagonal slat. You put a couple chimneys on there.
Yeah, and I love the open log look here.
Oh, look.
Oh God Almighty!
Well done, Tony. Let's give Tony. I'm going to give him
Bravo,
a round of applause here.
Thank you.
Tony the Calf.
Yeah, Moohead legend.
Oh my God! It's like you can't imagine this getting dumber and dumber.
It can,
and
but we
dumber.
can dig deeper. We can get even dumber. You know.
And then Fred Greetham. You know, once again, I'm hearing myself because of you, yo. so you got to turn your mic off, because if you're not wearing a headset, and you need to do that, because I've gotten complaints about your ears too on the show. So you're
You know what I've noticed is that Steven's dad has not been asking any questions lately. Is your dad?
Yeah,
okay?
it's been a while, man. He's just happy as Nick's won.
Okay. Yeah,
oh, that's true. He's got a pacifier now.
Yeah.
That works. All right. This is from the amazing Fred Greetham. This is the type of thing that really makes you wonder.
Feel level. That looks like it's leaning on its side.
You know what it looks like?
I'm getting seasick looking at that.
It looks like Madden 24. What the fuck is this? I mean, do these people think this is selling a positive experience? It's like, look at this goddamn thing.
It looks tilted.
Well, we know it's slanted towards the opponent's the Browns end zone, because they're going to lose every fuck.
Yeah, I mean, what are these people up here? What the fuck is what's the experience, JW? Nosebleeds?
That looks like a Madden 2000 photo right there.
It does.
Yeah, exactly.
On my Nintendo 64.
As you walk your way up those steps and you get tired and you go, "Oh my God," you hear a reply, "Yes."
God almighty.
Is Tim Couch in that
God
photo?
can hear you up there.
Did you know?
Tim Couch.
Do you know how bad
How bad
this
is
whole project looks? That somewhere in a better place, Jim Donovan is thanking God he didn't have to be here to see it.
Yeah.
That is how bad this is. Good God almighty. So at any rate,
that's what you get when you build a stadium over a toxic waste dump. You know, the fucking
that's the focus. The only focus is, of course, we're trying to win. Well, you've owned the team for 13 years, you cocksuckers. I mean, where is the wins? Where's anything good to show for this? In 13, 14 years, tell me that it comes to this, and that, just look the other way, and we're going to bring in some concerts for you that you're going to have to pay a fortune for. And
what they going to do? Get the Zach Brown band in there to fill it?
It's being built over a toxic waste dump.
Well, it used to be a World War II tank factory in that area, and the Ford plant. So anything that had heavy industry and factory work from the 1920s onward has.
And Watson takes the snap. He drops back. Oh my! A sinkhole is opened up underneath him.
Exactly.
I mean, can you imagine if you were the field goal kicker looking at that steep slanting going up there and going,
be like, yeah,
I can't judge the distance, you know? It's like, you'd be Schmidt out there going, I don't understand. Where am I supposed to kick this? Because this is like a 3-dimensional nightmare for me.
You know what? I was gonna mention that the one thing we don't have to worry about this preseason is the fucking kicking game. How many times did we draft a fucking field goal kicker with the 6th round and then
kicker looked good in the first game?
And Schmidt, they look reliable.
Schmidt was in this game, man. He was everything
perfect.
He kicked was straight. Yeah, there wasn't any of that hooking stuff.
The ball landed in the proper zone, like between the 0 and the 20, and rolled into. And the kickoffs were brilliant.
And the only hooking I saw were the women who were hanging around. Deshaun. That was it.
Exactly. Well, they gotta make a living, so I don't begrudge them that. But.
And so now we have this wonderful headline, and I just can't. And this is from ClevelandBrowns.com, so you would expect it to be
propaganda.
Whatever the fuck it is, as you would expect it to be, and it is. Todd Monken provides updates on the Browns quarterback competition. He has no say in this. This is all Jimmy Haslam.
Yeah.
This is all Jimmy Haslam. And I don't for the life of me understand what the point is to all of this. Why are we going through this rigmarole?
I don't know.
We don't have a team that is poised to win in the NFL right now. It's going to be a tough thing. We're going to have some players that'll be fun to see how they do. And you know, I'm not going to bring the players down or anything like that because, you know, they're going to work hard. I believe there are some really fine young players on this team.
There are.
You know, but there's more than just, you know, that. There is losing your defensive coordinator and hiring a first-time defensive coordinator and then not giving him any help because all of the veteran names that were with Schwartz are gone. They've gone away.
They liked it. Yeah.
And so what we have are a group of players who are trying to prove that they can play in the NFL. And but you have Ruttenberg, who has never really done this job per se. It's an inordinate amount of pressure on the guy, for one thing. And the scheme that they're putting in is totally different in what was the strength of the team, which was the defensive secondary.
Yeah.
It's a completely different scheme. So they have to learn everything all over. So it's going to kind of look like 52 pickup for a long time. And you know how it starts. You know, you end up playing your first game, getting blown out. Then you're going to play your second game, and it's a home game, and you get blown out. And people are going to go, same old Browns. And the season just ends. And it doesn't matter who you put in. But I do want to say this about the quarterback situation, because I was very specific about Deshaun Watson. And I'll be honest with you, he is the one who gives us the best chance to win a game. Don't get me wrong.
I will agree with that
because he has won games before.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
experience,
but there's no future in that.
No,
right? But you can't be a coward and be a quarterback in the NFL. And all I saw from Dylan Gabriel, I mean, you know what he did? He dropped to the floor faster than Tommy the Duke Morrison's boxing opponents did in his first 10 fights. Holy moly. He saw somebody peripherally coming at him and boom. I mean, he did a better job of hitting the ground than, you know, half of the WWE stars. He went down faster than any quarterback I've seen with and not being hit. Yeah. And you could hear, I mean, I'd love to have more mics on the field so you could hear as he fall to the ground. You can't play him. You know what you got to do? You got to get a veteran quarterback. Do another Flacco thing.
We'll probably end up with Case Keenum.
Yeah, well, fine.
Yeah, we'll probably end up with somebody like Case Keenum, or actually will be Case Keenum.
And I would welcome him with open arms. Yeah, I would take Case Keenum in a heartbeat. Anybody who has played in the league, and it's not about winning anyway. So you just go out and you put somebody who at least knows what they're doing. But this should have been done already. This should have, there's no reason why Dylan Gabriel is even out there allegedly competing for a position that he's not equipped to do.
Oh, the Bears broadcast I was forced to watch because, I got DAZN here in England, paid money for it, and they were the feed to NFL Network. They were just coming up with some crazy hot takes. And one of them was that Dylan Gabriel apparently at the combine had the same arm strength as Jared Allen. And then they said other crazy stuff like, the quarterback competition shouldn't be a competition by now. They should have, and I tend to agree with this, that they should have already had their number one, and so that the number one gets the number one reps and the number two gets the number two reps. But what the Bear guys don't know is that this is fucking Cleveland, and we don't do things normally or with any sort of sense of continuity. We've got Jimmy Haslam, we got J.W. Johnson, and they are from the slow bus. And my God, we suffer for it.
Well, what I can tell you is head coach Todd Monken reiterated that the Browns quarterback competition will continue into this week. Well, what else is it going to do? Is the world going to blow up and it's going to stop? You know, it's
And
like,
that's
we
a
can't
chance.
practice because there's asteroids coming down the field. Can't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't completely rule the world blowing up out, but it's pretty unlikely. The quarterback who's going to quarterback the team in October, I am convinced is not on the team right now. I don't know who this person is going to be, Case Keenum or whatever.
Damn, what a mystery there.
Yeah, there is not going to be a quarterback playing who is from the roster right now, 5 games down the road. It's just obvious.
No,
It's nothing more. Dylan Gabriel. Save him. Save his life. Let him go. Yeah.
No. What I will say about this is that all of this is just the same repetition. The thing is, we're gonna continue this competition into the week, and then you go over on Twitter, and it's like, Peyton Watson and Kuminga, the Cavaliers are still trying to work out a deal. They're people just playing with their dicks. I mean, repeating the same stuff over and over because they don't have anything new to offer.
Well, why don't they be honest and say, we don't have anything new to say, so we're not going to say anything? Why don't they be honest?
Well, Tyson Bagent did not look good in the very beginning of the game.
He didn't. He looked
terrible.
First quarter.
But that once he got the second, third stringers or the people who were never going to make the team out there, he looked better. But no, I don't want him.
Yeah, you know who had the most starts on offense for the Browns? Most snaps. Sorry, played the most snaps yesterday.
No,
our man KT Leviston.
Leviston.
And he did his usual ole, and then 5 seconds later, oh, dude, are you all right? He got hit pretty hard there.
It's a bad situation when you have problems with the offensive line, the defensive line. But you know something? I never say that game ones mean a goddamn thing.
They don't.
But usually defenses rule. And the Cleveland Browns gave up all those points to the Bears. And it doesn't sit well that their offensive scheme, as simplistic as something that they ran, they just ate up the Browns in the second half of the football game.
Nobody was properly tackling anybody.
Struce might get traded as well, and he could be included in one of these deals, and it could happen any minute. And it's like, don't you have I'm not referring to you, David, but Cavaliers people and fans, don't you have a life to live? It's a long time before the season begins, and trust me when I say the Cavaliers are going to be worse next year than they were this year because they're 1 year older and they didn't infuse with anything new, and Kenny Atkinson is a bonehead analytics guy. So it's not going to get better. But if you want to keep repeating the same thing, it's like, rinse and repeat. It really gets boring. Got to keep things fresh. God damn. But looking at the positives for the Cleveland Browns, I mean, Concepcion is he fast. And he's not fast like Anthony Schwartz was fast.
He's Eric Metcalf, my God.
He's elusive and fast. And that I'll tell you, the touchdown showed that he had balance too, that he got into the end zone.
Yep.
And
Jim Brown describing him, Jim fucking Brown.
And I'll tell you something. I'll be honest with you. just as sure as I pushed a woman down a staircase, I can tell you this: that man belongs in the league, and he is better than mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim fucking Brown.
So Concepcion's good, and what was really nice to see was Dylan Sampson finally get, instead of a
proper play.
long forming screen pass where the people are already in the backfield, that I mean that everyone moved in synchronicity and they got the ball right at him, so that all he had to do was make the first guy miss.
Yep.
And he was like a rocket going up the sideline. See, a lot of it is play calling for certain players. You're not going to run Dylan Sampson between the tackles because he's not going to break tackles.
Correct.
He's a guy you want to get into an open field kind of situation, and you got to be creative with a running back like that, which is one of the reasons why I don't understand why Rocket Sanders isn't getting a closer look, because he's kind of a short yardage, right up the gut kind of guy.
I don't know. Maybe he was hurt or something, but we had 5 years of Kevin Stefanski with those little wood blocks trying to nail square pegs into round holes with his play calls and his play design and everything. It now looks like we could possibly have an offense that accesses the player's strengths instead of some weird Stefanski idealistic sort of play that will never work.
Yeah, the other thing, Julian Aquara, he recorded 2 sacks for the Browns defense, and if he's playing next to people who are basically inept, what you got to realize is a lot of the people that you saw out on the field are not going to make the team. And they're not even going to be in the NFL ever their entire lives.
Mm-hmm.
And so to really try to evaluate when you're just watching a game casually in your living room, whether you don't have the instant slow-mo replay kind of stuff going on, who blew the play, who was responsible, why didn't this work out? There are individual players who will make the roster and can contribute, but they all look bad when a few people consistently do the wrong thing around them.
And I couldn't watch the Bears broadcasts corrupted with NFL Network on top of it. They were more interested in showing Jackson Dart getting smashed by some Minnesota Viking guy. They must have replayed that play 10 times. And I'm going, I don't care about this. Show me the fucking game that I want to watch.
Yeah. And, if I were to say
it's a good game,
I'm going to ask this to the people in the studio. All right. How many yards per carry did the Bears get against the Browns defense on average for the game? Average yards per carry.
Average yards per play.
What do you think? Yep. When they ran the ball, how many average yards per carry? No guesses?
Oh, I'm going to say 4 yards a play.
All right. And Steven is asleep. So what we will say is 3.9 is the correct answer. And 3.9 is not a horrifically bad number.
It's just an average number.
They ran the ball 21 times for 89 yards. That's not what beat the Cleveland Browns the game. It was their defensive secondary who wasn't covering anybody.
No.
They were, and there was no pass rush most of the time against a quarterback who's not even a good quarterback. But when you have all the time in the world to throw and your primary is always wide open, it's pitch and catch. So
you know what we saw again that we hadn't seen for years was the Jabril Peppers defense, where there's that fucking one safety that's like 35 yards downfield going, I'm down here, I don't know what I'm doing, who never is able to cover anybody because the play is run away from him. It's just astounding.
The other thing is, you saw Jerry Jeudy catch a pass. You saw Denzel Boston catch a pass. And Denzel Boston, you're going to really like this guy, and I think that the more you see of him, it's a lot like if you went back to the preseason last year and you're looking at Harold Fannin Jr., you would say to yourself, hey, when they throw the ball to him, he looks pretty good. But then when the season starts, it's like, this guy is really good. And I think you're going to see that with Denzel Boston. Jerry Jeudy, I don't have much hope for because he will find a way to drop passes. But I think Concepcion is the guy. And the question the Browns are going to have is if you put him back as a punt returner where he's electric, is he going to get hurt?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you who I'm worried about is Cage Larvadan, because they really overused him in that second half, and he nearly got his ass removed from his cheeks. He was getting killed on half of the plays he was playing on. He's going to get hurt, in preseason.
And Jeffrey, what was the word about Michael Coates? What happened to him? Does anybody know off the top what the injury was? It diagnosed or anything like that?
Well, and Evans got hurt.
Yeah, Evans is fine because he can go on vacay. But Coates, who looked like I don't remember reading that, so I know that he got hurt. And David is saying an ankle injury, and he's gonna miss the preseason. And that really puts him behind the 8 ball. Concepcion had 72 all-purpose yards in the game. But again, if you want him to return punts, and you're gonna, I just hope they don't use Concepcion as a guy who is going to be a straight down the field receiver. I can see Isaiah Bond, who's gotten better, opening up the field downfield, but I think Concepcion offers a hell of a lot more in the interior, in the middle part of the field than some of these other guys do.
Yeah, I don't know how true this is because I'm obviously just searching here, but it says Michael Coates and Nate Evans, rookie corners, both practiced today after leaving Saturday's game with injuries.
Evans,
I don't know whether that's true or not. So,
well, that's what Richard is saying here too. He's saying that
Coates had a decent game. He was the only one that was actually tackling properly. Everybody else was trying to throw his shoulder at people's hips, and it was just not bringing anybody down.
And I got to get out of here relatively quickly today because I've got some places that I've got to go. And however, I will incorporate a couple other little pieces of information. I think that Martin Emerson is a fine player. And again, when you lose people, the way we've lost people, it's and the defensive coordinator change, it's going to be a bumpy road.
There's a lot of bad teams in the league. We should win some games. I'm not, there's some horrible teams out there.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Zay Flowers gets what he gets because he has an elusive quarterback, and neither Watson nor Shador are elusive.
Or Gabriel.
Unfortunately, Shador's idea of elusive is moving backwards, and I don't understand. They got to break him of that habit because you're going to be dealing with 15-yard losses the way he's dropping back and trying to run backwards.
Oh, I mean, he's just a holding penalty waiting to happen. The way he goes backwards, the offensive line is just going to grab people, and then we'll have third down and 45 yards every time Shador plays.
Yeah, so Concepcion is going to have to be a lot different than Zay Flowers. That's for damn sure. This news just in: ex-Guardians infielder Gabriel Arias' career is back in DFA after a short stint with the New York Mets. That's right. He was designated for assignment by the Mets to make room for another infielder.
Wow.
The Guardians designated him on August the 5th so that Angel Hanau could come up and play. And the Mets claimed Arias on waivers, but it just lasted for 2 games. He was 0 for 5 with
Wow.
1 strikeout, and he probably threw 2 games and made extra money because of it.
Correct.
I have nothing really very good to say about that player. ESPN does its thing, and this is and I will share this because again, it's just
One thing I'd like to point out about your
Yep.
sharing, when there's 4 of us in here, when Kath and Steven and me and you are on, your face is blocked by the QR code.
I noticed that too, and that was why I just
So-
a few minutes ago changed it. But you live and you learn.
So you know that, so we all know that.
And I can move where that thing shows up on the screen, so I can put it over your face. No, so
You can. You put it
No.
over the moose head.
I could put it on the other side of the screen. So
I mean, I am
nobody
after-
uses the motherfucker anyway, you know.
I am just a sidekick, so I'm not the star.
So this is beautiful. ESPN.
Oh, cursed!
There's that
I
word.
love it. I love it.
And you knew
Cursed.
Cleveland Browns would be associated with it. The
Cursed.
most cursed training camp battle is, of course, Deshaun Watson and Shedeur
Oh,
Sanders.
it's not even a battle, people. It's just like,
But I'm just saying, this is what we're working against
it's
all
not-
the time anyway. And having a bumbling owner like Jimmy Haslam, that is what contributes to this. If you want to be a real estate baron, be a real estate baron, sell the fucking team. We
Yeah.
want somebody who wants to win, or else it's not worth the time even cheering on something like that.
Oh well, the team's going to get worse once J.W. Johnson fucking takes over it all, and Jimmy's incapacitated or 6 feet under. So
Yeah,
I have no faith in him, man.
I just wanted to point out one thing before I get the hell out of here. And the ironies of life are such that we sometimes don't think about all of it. But Tommy John passed away.
He did. Yes,
he did. And he lived just a couple of miles from me in Bradenton. No, I never, in Lakewood Ranch area.
Was his walk-in closet absolutely huge, like Dickie V's?
Oh, baby. Yeah, but it's there, and I don't want to be funny about this because there's nothing
Please.
funny about it. But there was no Tommy John surgery that could save him this time.
No.
And a man whose career, whose name was defined by the surgery that was done on his arm so many years ago that kept his career going and building. A remarkable baseball story, passed away, and from a lot of things happening there, and part of it was cancer and things that we can't really help people with. But gonna miss Tommy John, 83 years old, 83, man.
We're not all that far away, you and I.
That's what
We're not
I'm
all that
saying.
far away,
That's
man.
what I'm
We're
saying. And
I'm feeling older, man. I'm gonna feel older tomorrow too.
yeah. So, at any rate, that's what I have for everybody today. There will also, up on various places on the internet, there will be little short segments of this program that
you
that
wanna
I put
cut out-
together. That'll
You
be
want
fun.
to cut out my vulgarity out of them if you're gonna.
Oh no,
No.
you get the whole thing or you get nothing.
No.
You'll get nothing and you'll like it.
What? Spalding,
Spalding.
$50 says he eats it. Spalding. Oh
So-
God, how's the weather over there, Dick Goddard? I mean, are you getting the rain like they're
Oh,
getting
it's
in
just-
Indiana?
I swear to God, I have never seen rain like this since my face was under Ron Jeremy.
Oh wow, Bad
I shouldn't have said that. People will get the wrong idea. Problem is, I don't know what any other idea they could possibly get from that.
Yeah.
Now, I actually ran into somebody who's and mentioned Dick Goddard to me,
Oh God, yeah.
and I said, "Oh man," I said that there was a guy who was an absolute, broadcasting, weatherman god. And she said,
Yeah.
"You're absolutely right.
Right.
I'm God.
I'm God.
And don't you ever forget it."
Can I make a really quick 30-second to 1 minute comment here?
That's it.
It's about the weather. Now, what's the most iconic single event that occurred 40 years ago in the mid 80s that everyone our age remembers? Probably Live Aid and the Ethiopian famine and the Band-Aid and Bob Geldof. So the Live Aid concerts in London and Philadelphia. Probably the single most iconic event from like 1985, 86. It turns out that area of Africa now actually has groundwater and monsoons and water, and just water. There's a whole article that I posted about it. So there you go. The world changes.
And that's why
why
I bless the rains down in Africa.
And because there are rains in the Sahel now, that didn't used to be there. So if you're one of those old boomers out there still thinking that little Haji is out there in the Ethiopian desert with a bloated belly, eating dirt, well, that's not the case anymore. They actually have rain now.
Yeah, and now they're pissed off because every time the Supertramp song, "It's raining again," turn that off now.
Exactly. They're getting flooding now instead of drought. So,
all right, everybody. Thanks a lot for tuning in to this edition of Moohead Radio. We'll be back again the end of the week again and preparing ourselves for yet another Saturday pregame.
Oh, who are we playing? I don't even know who we were playing off the top of my head.
We're playing the Buffalo Bills, aren't we? Or are we playing I think it's the Bills, not the Patriots. Patriots,
I think we play later.
Yeah. It's the Bills, I think.
Oh,
and
God.
Yeah, it's going to be fugly. But sounds like Keith Jackson. This one's going to be fugly. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again Friday. And then we'll be doing a halftime and postgame show on Saturday. So you'll be sick of seeing me by the time you're done with your weekend.
Oh, yeah. You'll be sick of hearing from me, too. God damn it, you fuckers.
Until next time, hasta la vista, Pastor Heads. Good night.
Bye.